the loss last week in overtime, and then the one the other night with the 4-1 lead, and they tied it up, and just how the team deals with it, and then how you deal with it from a coaching perspective.
In a positive way, the team, you can sense, is unhappy with the results. Like, we expect ourselves to win hockey games. We know that there were some inconsistent things that we did and how we played. The good and the positive around that as well is their energy is good in practice. They're motivated. They're in a good mental space. They're working hard. They're trying to get better every day. So it hasn't deflated our sales by any means. Our team's done a lot of good stuff, and it's been a strong start to the season. And it's early. We're finding our way, and we're learning from a lot of things.
That was one of the things that, just talking to Pavel Gogolev, he pointed out that he still feels like it's very, very early in the season, even though they've been together through development camp and whatnot. But still, as far as playing games are concerned, does it still feel early for you guys?
It does, yeah. We haven't played a ton of games. No one has. Timeline-wise, you feel like it's been a while because of how many training camps and processes the players go through prior to when the regular season starts. But when you look at the length of the year and how many reps we still have ahead of us to continue to get better, and how far we've already come as a group in such a short order here to start the season, there's a lot of positive takeaways.
Can you walk me through a few of your injuries? Were just kind of status updates. I saw Ian Scott was out there. I know Nick Robertson isn't. Just you tell me.
Ian Scott is in his return to play. He's back to team practice. It's been great to see him in a team setting. Obviously, he's had a tough road, and every time he gets a taste back into games and his opportunities, he shows so well. So it's I'm sure very frustrating for him. We're rooting for him and want him to stay healthy and be in it, because when he's back, he's a really good goaltender, and we're just excited that he's very close. Robertson is more weeks than days still in a cast, non-weight bearing, but obviously a great player for our organization and will be tremendously helpful in the lineup whenever that comes.
I'm not sure I spotted Josh Hosang out there. Is he all right?
Illness today.
Illness
He's
today?
okay. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you make of Joe Wall's success with the Leafs?
It's been great. Anytime you work with a player, whether it's in junior or here, and you see them reach their dreams, like as every little kid, like dreaming to play in the NHL, to be able to watch from a distance and cheer them on and root for them, to get a shutout in the second start was awesome. And to see how much the team rallied around him and was rooting for him and celebrated with him after is what's special about this organization and the connectivity we have as coworkers, as staff, and as players.
And Alex told me he tried to spy on Kyle Clifford in a good way to see, having a two-time Stanley Cup champion in your room must have been a bit of a treat for some guys, as it was for him. What did you make of having him around?
Smart on him to know to do that. It's always special when you have experience like that in your room. He does a lot of subtle things really, really well. And just watching on video as a coach and watching back, you're like, wow, like he does do some incredible things that we're grinding hard every day to get these guys to implement in their game, do it consistently, and recognize just how much of an impact those little things do matter in winning hockey games.
Is that sort of like lifting sticks and taking the angle on the guy, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, there's a laundry list of things we could talk about, but those are a couple good ones. How he's a physical player, but he does it in a way that connects him to the play offensively and defensively. He knows where he's going next after he finishes hit as F1. He's scanning the rink before he even gets the hit, where a lot of guys are just fixated on the puck. They know they probably have to take the body as F1, but they're not thinking about what's next after that bump. He's thinking 2, 3, 4 steps ahead. And people think about that from an offensive player. Like you think of Mitch Marner, who's so talented offensively with the puck, and how he's thinking 2, 3 steps ahead. A guy like that who's made a tremendous career for himself, has had a lot of success. He does the same thing defensively in his own right, and just as brilliant.